Thank you, Chairman. Thanks for holding this. We had a great conversation about this a month or so ago, and it's even better to have actual official legislation on the books with the House in a bicameral way and the Senate talking about it today. Look, the Chairman highlighted my main point, and so I'll just quickly ask Representative Huizenga and ask Representative Peters to weigh in as well. I work closely with you both on the Bipartisan Fiscal Forum. I got 4 boys, and given a general timeline of how my wife and I want to see their lives progress, when they're raising their young kids, maybe have their first major job, they're going to send every tax dollar they send to Washington, half of it is going to be paying interest, and that's a different paradigm than what I'm doing now and what my parents did. It's a totally new paradigm, and I look at it as we have 10 years to address this and have any chance to avoid that catastrophic effect. Do you see this commission idea as the best way forward for us right now to take action? Representative Huizenga?
Yes, I don't think it's going to be that magic potion that that's been acknowledged by the chair and others, but it has to be a piece of the puzzle. Anything to add?
I think too, as I said, I think the incentives here are wrong for solving the problem. The incentives are to avoid the problem. I also would just say, in light of some of the previous comments, that having a cop on the beat, experts in the room to inform us of what the truth is really important here. I think that there are investments that do pay, that you should borrow from. We should understand that and not use that as an excuse for, borrowing to pay for the groceries is what we're doing. The other thing is, I would say, just in response to the chairman, Democrats want a cop on the beat when you talk about tax policy. The speaker said that he was paying for the supplemental, but what he offered was an IRS cut that would have actually doubled the cost of it. And that's the kind of thing I don't want to hear. I want a cop on the beat, somebody to tell me the truth about Republican tax policy. You want someone, a cop on the beat, someone to tell you the truth about the value of, and whether the value of Democratic investments pay off. We don't have that today, and that's why we need a commission.
I think you bring up a great point, because we're ships in the night, Republicans and Democrats, on how to adhere to CBO. Right? We have differences on how we believe CBO actually addresses their projections. Right? I personally wish we were taking a longer term perspective into consideration, and I think we would have a more realistic approach to how this stuff plays out. We are, and I can speak for every single one of my Republican colleagues, a strong supporter of economic growth and making sure that we have pro-growth tax policy. And sometimes that doesn't play out well with a line item CBO score. It doesn't, and we recognize that. And it's tough to reconcile, because we have this CBO score that we all have to address, but we have to have strong economic growth. I don't see the Fiscal Commission as anything that would deter from that if we can continue to make sure that we have pro-growth tax policies. Representative Huizenga, anything else to add before I yield my time back?
I would just say, historically, deficit spending happened when there was either economic or literal war happening. We've been deficit spending in the, quote, good times when we haven't had those. That's compounded the problem.
Thank you. Yield back.